Hey guys, what's up? This is Cody from Convention Reviews, and welcome back to Con Experience, which is where I sit down with a friend of mine and we talk about, in full, a convention that we went to and all of the entire experience that we had. It's basically like a super story time. So with me today, I have the one and only Katie, who is my girlfriend. But she also goes by, introduce yourself.
I also go by Parallax Stella, otherwise known as Stella Luna.
And you can find you where? If we wanted to check out your stuff.
I'm on YouTube, Twitch. I mostly play games on Twitch and stuff, but I do have a YouTube channel, and also Facebook and Twitter.
And that's all under Parallax Stella?
Yep.
One word or two?
One.
One word, Parallax Stella. Check her out, and maybe you'll find something you like. But without further ado, what we're talking about today is Matsuricon 2014, which was Katie here's second con? Third con. She went to Anime Crossroads and Anime Midwest. I was actually probably going to have her, I was originally going to have her on the Anime Crossroads video, but we had broken up a little bit there.
We took a little break.
And, yeah, and so I just did that with Nate and Dakota, as I'm sure you heard. But now I got her on here. We're talking about Matsuricon. We also had Taylor and Drew there. This was Drew's first con. And I think he did pretty well. We've kind of made a beast out of him since then.
It was a little bit.
Well, he backs out on cons, though.
Yeah.
So, can't be trusted.
Drew. What?
Yeah. But Taylor's a cool guy. This was not the last con we'd go to with him, but the second to last. Mm-hmm. But he's actually going to be with us at con. Well, with me, Katie's not going to be able to make it. It doesn't look like she'll be able to make it to Con Alt Delete. But I'm going to be there. Come up and say hi. And Taylor's going to be there. This is your guys' a chance to meet Taylor. And so let's get started. To start things off, me and Katie, we were living together at the time. And Drew and Taylor came over to my house, to our house, to spend the night that night. And they slept upstairs, I think. Where did they sleep?
They slept upstairs.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm, I'm pretty sure.
Where was Chris?
Because I don't think they were too pleased about it.
Yeah. Do you remember where Chris was? I think one was upstairs and one was on the couch.
Was your mom not home that?
I think Chris and my mom were both not home. Or no, I think Chris was here. I think my mom was not home. Because I think Chris was not happy about them being up there.
Yeah, Drew slept on the couch. Because Taylor actually knew Chris.
Yeah. So they slept here, and then that way we woke up at early and we left at 6 in the morning to head toward the con. Mm-hmm. This con is Matsuricon, like I said, which takes place in Columbus, Ohio.
Beautiful city.
Yeah, we really like it, especially the first time we went. The second time we went, it was kind of rainy and ugly out. We didn't really get to explore it that much. But
yeah, plus there's a lot of construction around the area, so it wasn't as explorable.
But the year we're talking about, there wasn't that much. Mm-hmm. And we actually did go out and explore the city when we got there, and we did parkour and stuff because we were training parkour back in the day. And yeah, we enjoyed the city. We thought it was really cool. But we took Katie's car.
Yep. And it had no air conditioning, so they had to deal with the windows being down. So that was fun.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember we stopped on the way there in like this ghetto-y little area at this
It was like a cheap Kmart.
It
was like a knockoff Kmart thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we just needed to stop somewhere. People had to use the restroom and things, and I just remember we thought we might get stabbed.
Or shot.
Could have been both at once.
It could have been.
We could have got shot with knives. We thought that could have happened. We didn't know.
I want that gun.
That shoots knives?
Yes.
We'll have to look up and see if they make that. If they make that, guys, let me know in the comments. You probably don't know. If you're an expert on knife guns, let us know.
I want it.
Okay, so do you remember what Drew and Taylor were watching on the way there?
They were actually watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood in the car, And I remember this because it was kind of, we had to rearrange things in the car just a little bit because I have a small car. And I don't think that the auxiliary cord actually reached all the way in the back.
Well, yeah, that's what we did. They didn't just listen to it off the laptop. They hooked up the auxiliary cord.
Exactly, yeah. So we had to rearrange things in the car. So I was a little irritated because I was like, well, this is going to be a hassle.
But it was neat, though, because it was coming out of the speakers
Yeah,
in
no,
the
it was
car,
cool.
like surround sound.
I remember, though, it was only like one-sided, I think, because my auxiliary cord was broken at the time, so it was only coming out of one speaker, if I remember correctly.
Was it? I think somebody had to hold it, and it was making
Yeah.
or something. When we got there, one of the first things we realized was that this place was huge. Like, the last con that we had been to, which was the biggest con we'd probably been to. Well, I had been to ASIN, but it was in the same place. So, like, as far as the location goes, it was Midwest, which was in close to Chicago. That was, like, the biggest area we've ever been to. And then we came to this con, and I think it was bigger than the first time we went to Midwest.
Well, it was definitely less compact. It was, cause
Yeah.
Midwest was more, like, confined to, like, one area, but
Yeah.
this one...
Like, I mean, like, not the people, like, the actual area.
Exactly, yeah,
it
that's
was
what I mean.
It was a lot bigger, and it was really cool. We really liked that hotel, and we still really like, or I really like it. I assume Stella over here likes it.
Oh, I loved it.
We got through registration really fast, which was...
It was surprising, honestly, because all the other conventions we went to, the registration was kind of slow. They weren't really organized, and they seemed kind of lost at first. But this registration, we kind of blasted through it, and I was really surprised.
Yeah, especially since we were there on Friday. Sometimes, like at Midwest, we were there Thursday, so we got our badge a day early, and that line, even on Thursday, took longer
Yeah.
than it did at 8. What con? I'm getting these cons mixed up. At Matsuricon. Than it did at Matsuricon on Friday. My God. Okay. The first thing that we actually did at the con, because once we got our badges, not a lot of stuff was open. It actually took a while for things to get started. I remember we went to, they had gift shops in the hotel, which were not just like, one of them was just kind of like your normal everyday gift shop. But the other one, do you remember the other one?
Oh, yeah. They sold, like, old game systems, and they had comic books. They had, like, crates and crates of ramen and, like, different sorts of Japanese candy. And at first, we weren't sure if that was part of the con or not, but...
Yeah. But it's not part of the con.
No, it's not. It's an actual,
like little comic book shop place.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
It's really neat. Like, if you ever go to Matsuricon or OhioCon or any of the cons that take place in the Columbus Hyatt Center area, go and look for this little shop. It's really neat. And it's not part of the, like, dealer's room or anything. It's just a part of the hotel. It's really cool. This was the first con that we ever went to, and I think we were really impressed. I was impressed by it. That had a food court.
Oh my God, the food. I got so fat that weekend.
I think we all did. I think everybody got so fat that weekend.
I think we all put on at least 5 pounds from that, but just saying.
Yeah.
But no.
I had a lot of pizza.
Yeah, they had everything from, like, Chinese food to Greek food. I was surprised that they had Greek food. They have a huge selection of food.
They've got that chicken and egg place. I really want to try that next time I go there. Have you had it?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but...
Yeah, I want to try it.
There's just not enough time to eat all the food there.
Yeah. But you would think the lines would get crazy long, too. But the only line that ever got really long was, I think, for Subway.
Yeah.
So, like, you really don't need to worry about bringing that much food at this con, which is what we learned.
By the way, everyone who was at the Subway line, it's not much healthier. Might as well have gone somewhere else. Just saying. You could have left us some Subway to eat, but nope.
I wrote down the really cool stairs.
Yeah, that main area where there was stairs leading to the different levels of the hotel. It was like a giant open area, and when we went that year, the windows, they let all the sunlight in, so it looked really cool, especially for cosplay pictures.
Yeah.
It almost kind of, I don't know how many of you guys have seen BioShock, but it was like, if BioShock, you know, like how the sunlight came in through the water, it kind of had that kind of aquarium feel.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, it was like a glass wall. So it was all this light coming in, and then there's just this really cool, like, stair steps. Hopefully I remember, and I'll put a video of the stairs right here if I remember. But, if not, you'll see them sometime in this video. You'll know immediately what we're talking about. They just look really cool. Like, great cosplay pictures there, and just a good area people like to just gather around and sit down and hang out. One of my favorite parts of Matsuricon. We thought that the game room was pretty nice. It wasn't the nicest game room we ever went to, but it was pretty nice.
It wasn't necessarily huge, but it definitely had quality material in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all sorts of... They had that... I forget what that's called, but like the drum beat game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I remember
drumming
we were...
machine thing.
Yeah, I remember we were pretty intrigued by that. And they had a lot of other things. They had a lot of multiplayer games. They also had tons of single-player games. It was really nice.
Well, it was annoying, though, because some of the cool games that we wanted to play, there were some guys that wouldn't get off them the whole weekend.
Nope. It's like they only came for the game room.
Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch the raw footage, that if you look at the footage on Friday of us in the game room and then look at it on Saturday, I swear to God the guy's got the same shirt on. I swear. It is the same guy. I feel like he didn't leave. I really feel like he didn't leave. He probably did, but every time we were in there.
He probably left to get some Subway.
Ooh. Probably. Hey guys, there's a train coming, so just stick with us here, but we're gonna keep going. It shouldn't disturb you too much, but just so you know. Troubles of living next to a train track. Okay, we did a dance game.
I think it was just dance, wasn't
it? Is that what it was? I didn't know.
I think it was.
I'm not like an expert on the dance games. Sorry, somebody was calling me. I have no idea who that was. I'm not an expert on the dance games, but it was really fun, and I remember Drew was super shy to do it. Like, he was so... Like, even if you look at the video, he's so, like, he keeps looking at us like, man, I don't want to do this.
It was definitely a big icebreaker game, because we had just gotten there, too. And, like, we were pretty stiff from being in the car, so it loosened us up. And it really got us into the feel of the con, like, oh, hey, this is a non-judgment zone. So...
Yeah, and, of course, this was Drew's first con. So this was a really good thing to try and loosen him up a little bit, because he didn't know how cons really go.
Oh, yeah.
So, we found out pretty quickly that there's no free hug signs allowed at this con.
Yeah.
Which I would say we were almost livid about it at the time.
Yeah, because we love free hugs. Who doesn't love... Do you guys love free hugs? I do.
Actually,
let's be friends.
In my time, I've found out that there's a lot of people who hate the people that hold free hug signs. They think that they're the ones spreading con plagues and all this. But you don't have to hug them. Ebola. But yeah, Drew wanted to wear a free hug sign, and Taylor wanted to wear free hug signs, and they couldn't wear them. They got yelled at, got in trouble, and in my review, I remember I talked about it and actually had the directors of the con write me back addressing all that. So,
yeah, so remember just to charge people for hugs now.
Yeah, they can't be free, you gotta charge them.
Yeah.
Katie was 18, and I don't mean she was 18 years old, I mean... She was cosplaying Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. What do you want to say about that cosplay?
It was not my best piece of work, so I was not very happy with it. But
I thought it was good.
I don't know. I guess because I had just started out with cosplaying and I had actually made Yoko's. I guess I just felt like I could have put more time and effort into it because 18 was actually pretty simple to do. So it wasn't challenging, so maybe that's why I wasn't so happy about it.
But a lot of people liked it. You got a lot of pictures, I thought.
That's true. I think what really made me self-conscious was that I saw a better 18 there.
She thinks that the 18 was better.
I feel like she was really polished.
Okay, the dealer's room was
Is that... You should definitely put that into your review. It was
Well, you might not know this, but I actually did this review 2 years ago.
I'm saying for future reviews, that should be an actual, like...
Or a year ago.
That should be a scoring.
Not 2 years ago. A year ago. Yeah.
Between okay and good, what was it?
It wasn't okay, but it wasn't necessarily good. It was aight. No, but yeah, the dealer's room was aight. It was...
Oh my god, please stop.
I mean, it wasn't one of these dealer's rooms where we leave and we're like, that was terrible. There was nothing to buy there. But it also wasn't one of them where we leave and we're like, that was amazing. They had everything. It was just kind of like,
I'll say one thing. For those of you guys who love figures, who have collections going, and who are looking for new things to look at, it's really great for figurine collectors.
Yeah, Matsuricon had a lot of figures.
Yeah.
I'm not really super into that myself, but I mean, I've got a few. I think I might have bought 1 or 2 there, maybe.
But you're not like obsessed with finding that next one in that collection that you have. And
no, but if you are, Matsuricon is not a bad place to look.
Yeah, they have pretty quality stuff. They have a whole selection that you can look at, and I'm sure you can find what you're looking for.
Okay, on Friday night they had a retro dance that eventually turned into a rave. What do you remember from that? I remember it was small, and when we first came in, we sat down and we were just like looking at it because we were bored. And then eventually it actually turned into rave style, and we got up and we were like, okay.
I remember it being like, well, the retro dance was definitely like, it was like one of those moments where you just sat down and kind of took a break.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was very friendly to all ages.
Oh yeah, there were little kids.
Yeah, it was pretty friendly to all ages. We saw this adorable little kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was touching the railing, and his parents were kind of trying to pull him down, but, pardon too hard.
It was so cute.
It was adorable.
Mm.
But I remember when the rave happened, people got more energetic. There were less people sitting in chairs, which is really nice to see.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier was that there were really great voice actors at Matsuricon 2013. Like, do you remember some of them? I remember Scott McNeil, Kyle Herbert, I think that's how you say his name, Kamina.
Drunkard.
Nothing. There was Goku's voice actor, Sean Schimmel.
Yes.
Who else was there? I know there... Swayze. I just remember him getting so drunk.
Oh, God, what's his name? The one who played Scar. Tatum.
Yeah, J. Michael Tatum was there, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
There was also David Vincent. There were a lot of voice actors. I mean, it was a really good lineup.
It was a pretty big Dragon Ball cast, though.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Dragon Ball people. But the best thing about this con was, I think, the After Dark panel with all those voice actors.
Yeah. Which is why I called Kamina's voice actor a drunkard, because he was so wasted up on stage. Like, he kept... You know how when drunk people, they go off on tangents like, I love you guys so much.
No, that wasn't Kamina's voice actor.
Yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
No. That was Swayze.
Oh, that's right. I just remember it was like a...
Yeah.
I just remember they were both kind of old and kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Swayze was the one going off.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they were all drunk. I think they weren't all that bad.
They were not that
but
bad.
Swayze was really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy! He tried to end the panel like 3 times,
I know.
and they're like, "Dude, we got an hour left."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, okay, we'll continue."
Like, he literally went on a speech for like 10 minutes about how he loves everybody and we're so amazing and this was a great panel and I'll see us tomorrow. And then they're like, Swayze, we're not done.
It was sweet because, that he meant that from the bottom of his heart. But at the same time, I was like, dude, you gotta lay off the vodka or whatever you're having. Come on.
It was hilarious, though. I'll never forget that panel. That's the panel that made me say, yeah, I'm gonna go to more After Dark panels. That was awesome. Actually, no, the panel that made me say that was the first one we went to at Midwest. But this one was 100 times better than the Midwest one. Oh, my God.
Probably because it was smaller and it felt more personal.
But there were more people in there, though.
No, I know.
Midwest was just a couple.
I just mean, like, it was a smaller room. And like.
Yeah, I think we were closer, too.
Yeah.
What?
That was the panel where the girl actually showed her boobs off to them, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they signed it.
Yeah. I totally forgot about it. Scott McNeil signed them.
Yeah, and he was like, is that your boyfriend over there? And she's like, yeah, he doesn't care.
I totally forgot about that.
It was totally awkward.
Let's see. Okay, so I wrote down that Stella was born when Kei got a blue wig.
Nice autocorrect there.
Yeah. Stella was born when Katie bought a blue wig at Matsuricon. Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell us all about that?
I don't know. I mean, I had been trying to get into Let's Plays and stuff before this con. And I guess...
Well, I don't think this was the Let's Play beginning. This was like...
No, but...
That would come soon, but I think this was just the beginning of the character.
Yeah, that's what I wanted for... I didn't know what I wanted to do because, honestly, I'm going to be upfront with you guys. Markiplier was a huge motivational factor for wanting to get in these types of videos. And now that I was cosplaying, I was like, well, I can do different cosplay videos and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know what I wanted to do it under because I already had a YouTube channel for my parkour stuff. So when I got that wig... I had been already thinking of dyeing my hair different colors and stuff, but the guys were like, oh my God, that looks really good. You should dye your hair blue if you're going to do anything.
Yeah. The wig looked so good.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, maybe I will. And I remember taking pictures with the blue wig on, and I was like, you know what name I really like? I like the name Stella. Because I love astronomy. I love things with the stars. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Stella. So I guess it was the birth of Stella, because when I put that blue wig on, originally what I wanted for my gaming/cosplay persona was to have blue hair. That was going to be the thing, which kind of changed because,
Oh, yeah, I remember at first, anytime you do a video, you'd had to have the blue wig on. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, anyway, that was the birth of that. Mm-hmm. And while we're on it, let's just mention that blue wig, something about it, made guys want the booty. They were all over you. She put that wig on, and it was like you couldn't stop them. You had to beat them off with a stick.
Not even that. Like, they knew I had a boyfriend, and,
Hey-o.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, not recently because we just got back together, but Cody and I actually were, a couple ring. So they noticed that I had that on, but they were still trying to get me, and even though I told them, I was like, nah.
Because guys don't care.
Okay.
I'm just saying they don't.
I was like, no, I'm here with my boyfriend. We're just chilling. He was like, okay, do you want to come? Do you want to bring him and party with us? Or, hey, we have tons of other girls in the room. Would you want to come and drink with us? And I was like, I'm good. I'm okay.
And while we're on that topic, all of that happened at the rave, Saturday night's rave.
Yeah.
Which was an amazing rave. That was one of the best raves we'd ever been to. Mm-hmm. And I remember Taylor loved that rave so much. He stayed out the whole time, and I'm sorry, Taylor, but I'm going to tell him. He's a sweaty man.
Oh, God.
And he sweat completely through this vest that he was wearing.
It was sopping wet.
If you touched it, you'd get it all over your hand. Like, it would run down your hand just from poking it.
I bet if you threw it at a wall, it would stick to it and slowly slide down.
It would splatter. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cool, Taylor.
It was splash so fantastic. It was fantastic.
So I wrote down that there were so much stairs.
So many stairs.
So many stairs. So many. Yeah. I don't remember what floor we were on, but for some reason between floors 3 and 4, there's a billion flights of stairs. So and the elevators were terrible.
Oh my God.
When you get a lot of people in a building together like that at a con, everyone wanted to use the elevator. So we were like, you know what, we'll just take the stairs because we don't want to wait 40 minutes, that's an exaggeration, but a long time to get a freaking elevator. Mm-hmm. So then we take the stairs and I'm surprised that didn't outweigh all the crappy food we ate.
Going down them wasn't bad except for the whole million, staircase steps between those few floors. The flights, yes, whatever. Hey, so much stairs.
So much stairs. Doge.
But going up them, definitely we tried to avoid that, but
we ended up using them a lot though.
Yeah.
So this was the first con where we ever met Professor Shy Guy.
Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, he's an awesome singer and he's very, very talented.
Very talented. He's really cool. Mm-hmm. I like Professor Shy Guy a lot. I own 2 of his CDs. Didn't he just come out with another one?
Oh, he did?
I think I saw him writing about that.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I see him at a con, I'm gonna have to hit him up.
He's actually in tour right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he's not at any cons?
I think he's trying to drop by some cons, but right now he's busy. He's doing a lot of traveling.
Well, it's not like I'm going to stop going to cons anytime soon, so I'm sure I'll see him again, and I'll have to pick up his CD. Might as well have him sign it, have him sign the other ones.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird having him signed it, having him have signed them, because, we know him.
We know him personally.
Yeah, so it's... But I'm sure one day I no longer will, It'd be crazy if Shy Guy became a lifelong friend that, we knew for the rest of our life. But... in this con world, who knows what's going to happen.
I know. It's still pretty early.
Oh, definitely. We've only known him for a little over a year. Mm-hmm. But a lot happens in a year. It feels like we've known him longer than that. But we'd get to know him more later on, and we went to his concert, and not a lot of people were there. It's kind of sad. The next time we would see him, which was actually at a smaller con, there would be a lot more people at his concert. But it was really cool. And do you remember what happened to you at that concert?
We were actually... Because everyone, he wanted his concert to be kind of like the stand-up and dance sort of thing. And it was, I thought that was awesome.
Everyone wanted to sit down.
So I was actually up there dancing. I don't remember if anyone was up there with me, but in one of his songs, Professor Shy Guy, he took off his necktie, and he came down the stage, and he started dancing with everyone, and then he was looking for a girl to choose for this certain section, and he came up to me, and he actually put the necktie around. It was around my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, drew me in, and I was like, oh my God. I don't know what to do. I kind of freaked out. So that was pretty cool. And I think that's how he started recognizing our group of people that we went to cons with. And I was actually surprised the next con when I wasn't wearing the blue wig, and he recognized me.
And he still knew who you were.
Yeah. I was very surprised.
Yeah. But we'll talk more about that con in a few videos. We're not close to that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw no. Last thing about Professor Shy Guy, he dressed up as Peach.
Oh, yeah.
Which was awesome, and I really wanted him to do that more, but he had to do it for, a Kickstarter reward or something. But I was like, dang it, I was kind of wishing you did that at every concert.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw a life-sized Yoshi cosplay, which I love the Yoshi. So I think we asked if we could ride on it, and he said yes.
I asked if I could jump on him, and he nodded, and I was like, I think I would break it though.
Yeah, we didn't just because
out of respect.
We thought he was just being nice. Maybe he was set up for riding abilities. I don't know. But Taylor walked around on his own a lot.
Yeah, I remember getting kind of irritated with him. Actually, no, that wasn't this con that I really got irritated.
Well, he does this at every con.
He does.
He just will leave the room without telling anybody.
And he doesn't have a phone.
Well, he does now. He didn't have a phone at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, he didn't have a phone, and he would just leave. And at a medium-sized con, like Matsuri, it was aggravating, because we would lose him, and we'd have no idea where he is. And, but at smaller cons, it wasn't as big a deal. We could track him down pretty easy. But, yeah he did that. I bet he's going to do it again at Con Alt Elite, but that's okay because now he's got a phone.
Honestly, it felt like, when we would be waiting in the room for him or we'd be, looking for him, it honestly felt like, how when your cat gets out and you have to, leave little bowls of food or something at the porch for him? Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like. Especially when we waited in the room and everyone was about to go to bed and he'll come in and be like, what's up, guys? You guys are sleeping already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, there's so much going on at the con. But also in his defense, I think he just got into the cons, into the nightlife earlier than we did. Now at cons, I'm out till 4 in the morning, we're doing the nightlife up.
Yeah.
But back then, we were going to bed at 12 or 1.
We were exhausted. We were working a lot, too.
Yeah.
So.
But, we kept seeing the same Android 17 all weekend. I got that written down. Katie was in her 18 cosplay, and this person in a 17 cosplay. We kept running into her.
Well, it don't help that they lived 5 doors down.
We didn't live there, but yeah, their hotel room.
We lived there for a weekend.
Their hotel room was 5 doors down, and they kept running into Katie, and Katie was just getting a little annoyed.
Well, it didn't help that every time she talked to me, she talked like this. She talked like this, and I didn't know what she was saying, and I was like, "What do you want from me?"
There was a C2 from Code Geass, awesome show.
Fantastic.
She was there with a 02, but the cool thing about her was they actually went out and got Papa John's pizza.
Yes.
And she was sitting on the floor and sitting around just posing with pizza. Mm-hmm. Because if you've seen the show, you know that she eats a ton of pizza, and people were just crowding around taking so many pictures. I don't know, I just thought that'd be something cool to mention because I've never seen another C2 do that. It was really awesome. We saw the best Vash we've ever seen up to this point. He was just... you just kind of have to see him. You should really go watch my cosplay video if you don't see him in this video. You'll see him. He was really awesome.
Everything was really polished. Everything.
Oh, yeah.
It looked finished.
He looked like I would believe that he was Vash, that he came out of the show.
Yeah.
I could have believed it.
It was the closest representation of a living Vash.
Mm-hmm. Vash the Stampede. That's what we're talking about, by the way, if you don't know. Trigun. Katie bought her first tail. What is this?
It's a tail. It's fantastic. What, do you not like girlfriends?
Did you eat it? Or did you wear it? What kind of tail is this?
No, I did not eat my tail. I chase it from time to time.
Explain it to the listeners.
Well, okay, so...
I chase it from time to time.
What? It's Fluffy. How do you not chase fluffy things? Do you not chase fluffy things? I see you chasing your cat all the time.
Okay.
Don't judge me. Anyway, so there had been this vendor there. I'm sure you've seen him at many, many different cons. He sells a lot of rave clothing. He sells a lot of flashy goggles.
I seriously think he's been to every con we've ever been to.
Yeah, I really do think so. And he also sells fluffy, fluffy tails. Now, I don't know about you guys. I know everyone out there loves something fluffy, right? Well, I saw these tails.
It's so fluffy!
Thank you. Well, I saw these tails, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have one. I don't think I bought much that weekend, and I really wanted that tail. So I got the tail, and I wore it, and it went swishy swish when I was dancing at the rave.
She wore it with her blue wig, which really got the guys going.
Apparently they like girls with blue hair and tails.
So if you're looking for a guy, a little dating advice.
If you're looking for a guy. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you're looking for a guy, just get yourself a blue wig and a tail, wear them together at cons, and you'll have to have a stick to beat them off. Okay, I bought Hyrule Historia, which I was really excited. That was like my big buy for the weekend. They also had a Pokemon Snap thing, where like they pushed you around in like this wood cart, and you had a certain amount of time to take pictures of cosplayers in the hallway.
Who are cosplaying as Pokemon?
Yeah. It was a really cool idea. I think they should almost do it like in an area. I think it'd be cool if they took a hallway and just set it aside for this and built like obstacles and things like to have to take pictures behind, because they did it in one of the most crowded hallways in the whole con.
And it wasn't guaranteed that you'd see a Pokemon cosplay. Yeah. I think they should have had people...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should have had people dressed up, and they should have had like obstacle things set up for the Pokemon to hide behind and crawl on and stuff. And then like kind of told people, you know, don't go down this hallway. We're doing an event down here. But instead, it was filled with people. Navigation
was pretty difficult.
But it was a really cool idea, and I don't think I've seen any other cons do something like that. We saw a big old Diglett.
It was awesome, and it was almost kind of intimidating, because like it was so big that when you saw it coming at you, you're like, okay, I gotta move.
Yeah, that's what she said. And we are 12.
Do you get that a lot?
That I'm 12?
No.
Oh, yeah. You know I get that a lot.
Yeah.
This is taking a weird turn. Anyway, there was a Diglett cosplay, okay? Somebody made a cosplay of a Diglett, the Pokemon, life-size, full-size Diglett, and it was really cool. Like, it looked just like Diglett. The way they had it made, like, it wasn't like a, what's it called, Gajinka? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like the humanized version.
Yeah, it wasn't humanized. It was Pokemon.
It was a full-on Diglett.
You just kind of have to see it to understand. It was really cool.
I remember, what's his name? Drew kept mixing up his name. I don't remember what he kept
Ditto?
saying. Yeah, Ditto. He's like,
obviously, that's not a Ditto.
And I was like, no.
Okay, the last thing I've got written down, and I think this is a good one to leave on, was that there were secret elevators that we found out about later in the con.
Okay, they're not exactly secret, but not a lot of people pay attention. Let me try that again. Not many people pay attention to signs.
Yeah, there's literally a sign that says there's elevators down this hallway.
Yeah, but a lot of people will just...
Peeper? A lot of people don't see it.
I'm gonna smack you. If you're a smack in the future videos, you know what's happening.
Oh, God! That was so fake. Anyway... Yeah, so we started using these elevators, not nearly as many people. We didn't have to use the stairs nearly as much because of those elevators. And do you remember what happened one of those times we were using those elevators?
I remember
something special.
It was after dinner time. Okay, hold on.
'Twas?
Mama Stella's telling a story.
Mama Stella?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it, Mama Stella.
'Twas about an hour after dinner time. We were going back up to our room.
Back up to our room.
We step into the secret elevator. And all of a sudden, we hear a loud, jolly voice.
Was it Santa?
No. Listen here, child. We hear a loud, jolly voice coming down the hallway. And then we see the cowboy hat.
The cowboy hat?
The cowboy hat.
Who was it?
It was Scott McNeil.
Scott McNeil!
And he was complaining about how he had
That's a
gone
voice
to,
actor, by the way. But what?
He was complaining how he had gone to a guest dinner and how he ate so much, and he was just complaining and groaning and holding his stomach, and we thought it was the funniest thing ever.
They kept saying, he said that they stuffed him full of meat.
Yeah.
And he was like doing commentary on that whole elevator ride. It was hilarious.
It was great.
If you ever have a chance to get stuck in an elevator with Scott McNeil,
Do it.
do it. Don't even think about it. Don't think, oh, hey, he probably doesn't want me on the elevator. He's Scott McNeil. He probably just wants to enjoy his ride. No, think, I'm getting on this elevator. This is Scott McNeil. He won't care.
I'm going to trap him in the elevator. Oh, God.
You're going to trap Scott McNeil in an elevator with you?
Yes.
And then what? Comedy ensues?
And then I'll YouTube it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, and Dear Stella came out.
Okay, guys, well, that is pretty much everything we've got for you on Matsuricon 2013. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to this. The next con experience video we do will be for, do you remember what con we went to next? Looks like she doesn't remember. Should I tell him?
Go on and tell him.
Do you remember?
Nope.
Ramen Con. That's why you don't remember. So I want to have a full crew for this one. Taylor's coming back for Christmas, so I'm going to see if Taylor will record with me. And I'm going to have Stella here.
Get ready for a lot of loud voices.
And I want to have Drew here.
Oh, dear Lord, get ready.
Drew was at that con. No, Drew wasn't at that con. Nate. That's who I want to have here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, even worse.
Yeah, it's about to get loud.
Let's just say Stella's probably going to get drowned out unless she can speak up.
Oh no, I'll be smacked. You're gonna hear a lot of smacking in that. I'm just gonna tell you, just it's not abuse, because they're asking for it.
They deserve it. They like it.
You're gonna be part of that too.
We like it. So yeah, that'll be our Ramen Con video, and thank you guys for sitting through this and listening to all of those that listen. I know a lot of people have been telling me that they really like this con experience segment.
Woo.
And I appreciate all you guys who are listening to it and who gave it a chance and didn't get intimidated by the almost 40-minute time that the video has. But yeah, thanks, and we will see you in the next video. And if I don't put out another con experience and get to talk to you before then, come and say hi to me at ConAltDelete. And if you're not at ConAltDelete, watch my ConAltDelete videos. Anything you want to say, Stella? Signing out?
I'm not going to be at ConAltDelete. Makes me sad. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for having me on your show.
Of course. We should. Do you guys want us to collab more often? It's pretty easy for us. We're dating.
Maybe a little kiss for the viewers?
They can't see anything anyway. Okay. Don't forget, go check out Parallax Stella.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Peace out. Stay nerdy.
Stop.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to support this channel and our dream of one day doing videos for every single con, go to our channel and on the right hand side, click on the button that says support. Anything that you can give is much appreciated. Also, check the description for links to the Convention Reviews Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and to my Twitch where I stream games all the time. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.